What's going on, guys? So, if you watch my UFC 312 parlay picks, an absolute disaster class by me, if I do say so myself, you probably understand why it took me a little while to come on here and make another video telling you guys who to pick. But I do feel like I have something cooking here. I do feel like I cooked something up with this one. So yeah, just for some quick housekeeping, I do have that video. I know I've talked to you, a bunch of you guys in the comments about my best fighters to never win a championship video. It's coming out. I was going to do that today, but we decided, I was really liking this parlay that I cooked up. So I said, you know what, today we're going to put this video out, cause I think I low key cooked here. You guys can let me know in the comments, if you think I did or not. But here it is. If you just want to tail it and leave, but I'd stick around and listen to the rationale here. Cause if you don't like it, then don't tail it. You don't have to tail it just because you like my first pick or whatever. Just be smart. This is like I always say, this is not the S&P 500. We are not investing our money. This is betting. So, first of all, I didn't put as much thought into this as I nearly usually do. I just know all of these fighters very well. I've seen them all fight. I'm kind of just spitballing here what I think is going to happen. My last two videos with the parlays, I was fucking thinking all day about who I should pick, whatnot, watching multiple fights of every fighter because I didn't know them all, you know what I'm saying? But I know all these guys really well. So let's see. First of all, Joshua Van versus Ray Saruya. If you want to play it safe, go Joshua Van money line, but I'm going Joshua Van decision because I have big balls. I'm going Joshua Van decision. I think Joshua Van is a tad bit small for the division. Obviously it's 125, I think. So that's, already a small division, but he's not that big for the division. He doesn't have knockout power that I've seen or anything crazy impressive in his hands. He has good hands. He has a good striker, but I just don't see him being the type of guy to come in there and put Ray Saruya out, who's a decent prospect, I guess, with a 1-0 record. I think he beat fucking Hernandez in his last fight, if I remember his name right. But Ray Saruya is only in his second fight, and Ray Saruya's, I know Joshua Van is young, but Ray Saruya is younger than Joshua Van. So I just don't see Saruya coming out there and being able to beat a guy like Joshua Van, who's like looking like a pretty good fighter in that division, right? So I'm going Joshua Van decision. I think he's just going to tag him up on the feet for 3 rounds and call it a day. Next up, Curtis Blades money line, not touching method of victory. You could go KO, but it's fucking heavyweight, dude. Like, they're probably just going to jab at each other at range and maybe throw a few leg kicks, and Curtis Blades is going to land one more than Rizvan Kuniev, and they're going to give him the fight, But no, so there's some actual interesting, somewhat backstory behind this fight. Rizvan Kuniev is a steroid cheat. He got caught cheating in one of his old promotions. I'm not sure which. Might have been the PFL, but I'm not 100% sure. And a lot of people are using that as a reason to not pick Curtis Blades. But first of all, if you look at the pictures of Rizvan Kuniev when he had popped for steroids, and now he looks like a blob now, and he looked like a fucking unit back then. So he's off steroids, at least in bodily appearance. And I think Dana White brought this guy in and gave him a shot at Curtis Blades because Rizvan Kuniev beat what's that guy's name? The guy who Ngannou just somewhat recently fought in the PFL and fucked him up. But this guy, Rizvan Kuniev, beat that guy, whose name Renan Ferreira, I think. He beat that guy. Rizvan Kuniev beat Renan Ferreira, so fucking now Dana's trying to fucking big dick Ngannou by saying that Curtis Blades is gonna smoke Rizvan Kuniev. And I think that's gonna happen. Listen, I just take money line, take my word for it. If it's not, fucking hunt me down or something. I think this is the lock of the card. Curtis Blades is the lock of the card, I'd say. Another interesting pick here is Mauricio Rufy beating Bobby Green by TKO or knockout. Listen, I get it. We in Rufy's last fight, we kind of, it seemed like he had this mythical like knockout power, this crazy power in his hands, and he went out there against Lontop, and he couldn't get it done. He won the fight pretty handily, I'd say, but he couldn't put Lontop out. He had him knocked down a few times, but also, dude, Lontop that boy had a chin on him. I said it in my last video, dude, I wish the UFC never cut Long Top. I think he was a dog. I'm pretty sure he was like 0-2 in the UFC, but both of his fights were fucking wars, and they were both on short notice. Like, give that man a chance. But whatever. And he had a fucking face tat, dude. We need some more gangsters in UFC. We got too many fucking Michael Chandlers. Like, let's go. Anyway, moving on to the rationale for this fight. While Rufi does have some power, I don't think it's too crazy, but I think he's going to overwhelm Bobby Green, and we're going to have like a Nate Diaz volume punch TKO. That's what I see happening in this fight. Although he could just flatline him, because Bobby Green, after that Jalen Turner shit, his chin is fucking shot. His chin is shot. So I could very much see Rufi going out there and just volume punching or just flatlining Bobby Green. We all know Mauricio Rufi's good. I personally like Bobby Green a lot, but I just don't see... I really just don't see how he could beat Rufi. If Bobby Green beats Rufi, oh man, I hope that doesn't happen, because I'm loving the Fighting Nerds hype right now. I love that there's a gym that's hype, right? Not just like a certain fighter. It's like all of them are hype as fuck. That shit's sick to me. They're all in different weight classes, so they're never going to have to fight each other. It's sick. I love it. Everyone loves the Fighting Nerds. How could you not? So taking Rufi, TKO, let's hope it happens. I think it will. The more I talk about this, the more I like this parlay. Maybe I'm delusional. Tell me in the comments, dude. If you don't like the parlay, tell me you don't like the parlay too. I mean, whatever, right? And then the last leg of this parlay, I'm taking Alex Pereira money line. Listen, man. Alex Pereira, listen, you could call me a potard, whatever. I love Alex Pereira so much, man. He unprecedented levels of aura that man has. Like, he's just a dog, but this is the first time basically in his whole career, because even when he lost to Izzy, I didn't think he was going to lose. This is the only time in Pereira's whole career where I've been very scared. Ankalaev has me scared, A lot of times I'll talk to my friends about this fight, and they'll be like, hey, as long as he has takedown defense, he'll be fine. Or if it stays on the feet, Pereira wins. Like, that's not necessarily the case. Just because his name ends in EV does not mean, like, this boy Ankalaev, he could strike. He could strike for sure. So I'm a little personally worried about that. But basically everything I've heard is it's a coin toss. This is a coin toss. And if it's a coin toss, I'm going with my favorite fighter and the current champion and the current face of the UFC. Like, I don't have a good rationale to pick against him. So other than I'm scared because Ankalaev kind of has aura. So I just have to pick Pereira, So yeah. Anyway, I know this wasn't like kind of my other parlay videos where I have, good rationale or anything. I literally just got off of work and I'm sitting in my car, like, fucking thinking through this parlay right now. I like it a lot. I'm actually pretty confident in this parlay, I can't lie. But yeah, let me know what you guys think, man. Let me know if you enjoy this style of video where I'm kind of just bullshitting too. Like, I'm not really, I'm not reading off a script or anything like that. I just have the parlay in front of me and I'm talking about it. Let me know if you enjoyed. Yeah, please like and subscribe. It means a lot. It motivates me to keep doing this shit. I love doing this shit. So yeah, man, I'll be back.